Hey, what's up? What's up? What's happening? What's happening, motherfuckers? Once again, it's your twins, your man in 100 grand, your mama's favorite side piece, and your sister's boyfriend, Doc G. And I just wanted to speak up about standing up for yourself as a man. Look here, I already made a video previous to this one, titled "How Being a Nice Guy Gets You Nowhere." I'm following up that video by mentioning how standing on business is important for being a man. Like fucking standing up for your rights, standing up for your morals, standing up for what you believe in, and staying 10 toes down on your ethos. You know, a lot of people will avoid sticking up for themselves because they don't want to cause any waves. They don't want to cause any ripples in, or any conflict around people and shit. To I'm just going to say this. To me, that's bullshit. Fuck that. Because I'm going to stand up for myself. And it may mean getting fired from a job. It may mean, oh, I don't get to get pussy from this chick no more. It may mean whatever. But you have to stand 10 toes down on what the fuck you believe in. Let me give you an example. Had this job one time, right? I was working, they had this schedule where everybody else, I was the new guy at the time, everybody else had decent hours. They had decent work hours. So my first week on the job, these motherfuckers decided to give me one day I had to work noon to 9 p.m. And then the following day, they tried to get me to come in at 3 a.m. and work to 11 a.m. So they basically tried to get me to fucking do 8 hours of work back to back, day after day, with only 4 hours of sleep in between. Nobody else at the job had a schedule like that except me. Now they thought that since I was a new guy, that I was just gonna lay down and take that bullshit. To work like a slave, two shifts back to back from sundown to sundown with 4 hours of sleep, and everybody else doesn't get that schedule. I stood up for myself. I was like, look here, fuck y'all. I'm not gonna do this fucked up schedule. There is no way you can goddamn get me to work this long, basically a period of 16 hours with 4 hours of sleep in between, but a 30-minute commute back and forth. I'm like, man, I'm like, look here. Y'all can kiss my ass. I'm like, and I'm not coming in to work with them fucked up hours. And if you got a problem with that shit, take it up with the union. And I stood on business, and I was like, look here, if I get fired, I get fired. But what y'all ain't gonna do is play me for a sucker. I'm telling you, man, I had to stand 10 toes down on my motherfucking morals. I had to stand 10 toes down on my morals when it came to these chicks. I mean, because some of these chicks, they'll try to be like, well, well, you get this pussy if you get to pay, if you pay for this, or you pay for that, if you pay my bills or you pay for that. Some guys will be like, okay, not me. I don't believe in paying for pussy like that. So I stand on my motherfucking ground and I'm like, look here, if you ain't fucking with me for me, and if you ain't treating a motherfucker right, you expect me to goddamn provide, you expect me to goddamn do things for you, and you don't do shit for me, then we ain't gonna fucking have shit. And I wasn't afraid to goddamn stand on my ground. And then I had to stand on my ground and also say, don't expect me to do all the contacting and shit. I'm not the only person with a phone. Communication goes both ways. I'm not gonna call you, show interest in you, and you ain't showing equal fucking interest in me. And if that fucking means ending a relationship with you sexually or any other way, then it is what it is. But I ain't gonna be that bugaboo nigga that you think is gonna be calling your ass 20, back to back to back, and you don't never contact me. I'm sorry. Fuck that. I had to stand on my motherfucking ground and stand on my beliefs. I even have to stand down on my ground and stand down on my beliefs with family. I have, because it's a lot of family members that try to play you. And you got to stand 10 toes down and tell them, nah, we ain't going to do that. Like, what we going to do is you're not going to fucking use me for anything. And you're going to show me some fucking respect. I mean, it just is what it is. You have to you might seem like an asshole for standing on your ground and standing on your beliefs and all that shit. But any man that's a man will do that shit because, man, ain't nothing worse. Ain't no sight worse than seeing a grown man get walked over, getting walked on, getting picked on, getting bullied, and not standing up for himself. I'm sorry, but fuck that shit. I ain't saying go out here and be a bully about your shit. I ain't saying go out and deliberately be an asshole. But you have to show some heart, man. You have to. Because this is a cruel fucking world, man. And if you don't, establish a guideline, a baseline for how to be treated, a baseline of respect, a baseline of fairness, then people will goddamn cross your ass and fuck you over the rest of your life. So stand down for what you believe in. Stay focused on what you believe in. And it might leave you by yourself. It might leave you without a lot of friends. It may leave you in positions where you're going to be alone a lot of the times. But the strongest walk alone. Don't sell out for a paycheck. Don't sell out for sex. Don't sell out for nothing. Always be who the fuck God made you to be. That's all I got to say. Just had to keep it short and simple, man. Once again, it's your boy Doc G signing out. Peace.